right, now we're good.
Oh my God. Always,
What?
always a rescheduling with you.
Rescheduling? Why?
I mean, I don't know. Usually, we just
I
haven't been
said
hit.
20 minutes was 20 minutes.
We haven't been hitting. I know, but
My name is not Marco.
well, no, I'm not saying that we didn't get one recorded today. I'm just saying that like we're not hitting our
Oh,
times. We're like
yeah.
I need 10 more minutes. My kids are fucking
Ah, I
hungry.
got well, no,
Just
I got
finish.
my boss called me and my boss wanted to have this like 45-minute conversation with me and then I forgot I had to get the kids food and I actually honestly I was supposed to pick up Nick at basketball at 5:30. I got there it was 5:55. Like I was just behind.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure Nick gave you the business too.
He did, and I had to take somebody home, and then I
Oh
had to
my
get
God.
Taco Bell for Lex and Chick-fil-A for Nick. I almost got an Oreo milkshake, and I said, no, I can't do that.
Why? You're like back to day one of your diet. We listen. You can pretend that you've been like eating well, but I know the truth that you.
I had rice yesterday. I had brown rice, but I went all day good, and then I had brown rice tonight. But today, I have not had any. I have not had carbs today.
Okay. I mean, you can have whatever you want. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Care
But
to.
okay, I'm gonna tell you, I feel a little under the weather today. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in this day and age, if you have a cold, you start to panic. So I I have been. This is weird, but I have been smelling everything in the house to make sure that I still have my sense of smell. So like I'm going through the fridge, I'm opening things, right. So this is true. No, it's all day today. So I'm like, okay, I can smell. Like hot sauce was the number one indicator. I was like, whew. So then I said, I got to check my taste out. So I poured some hot sauce out, and I was eating just dipping the hot sauce. I was like, okay, I can taste it. So we're good. But then I went outside, and now I smell something outside. It doesn't smell normal to me.
Oh
And now I'm
God.
like panicking. So I had the kids go outside and smell, and they're like, no, it smells weird outside. I was like, whew. All right, I thought it was me.
You've gotten in your own head here.
I think that's what the COVID does. It gets in your head. Now you think you have it, you don't know if you have it, you may have it.
Well, you know how you know if you have it? You get a test.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. Yeah. I
I
mean,
worked from home today, just in case. The last three, I've worked from home all week, actually, all 4 days.
that must be
So,
rough. I wish I could have worked at home the last couple of days.
yeah.
Speak.
I do have a good story.
Oh, okay. Good.
Breaking
Oh
news.
boy.
So we haven't been talking about, I guess I got some gifts last week, and I didn't really discuss them.
Okay. I mean,
And,
I feel like we've
th-
not on the podcast. We've discussed a few things here and
right,
there. Yeah, yeah,
but I don't know if you remember, but I got two coffee mugs and bagels the other day. Remember?
I mean, I remember you getting the
Last
bagels.
week.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I got the bagels from New Jersey. I ate a couple during my little stretch of, whatever that you would call that.
Uh huh.
But I got two coffee mugs,
Uh huh.
and one was from Anne, in Boston. Thank you, Anne. It was National Lampoon's. It was the RV, but it's a coffee mug, beautiful coffee mug. The second one was a cup that said "Have a nice day," and on the bottom was a middle finger,
Right.
and it did not have who it was from, and the note inside said something along the lines of, like, like you don't know who it's from, but like what? Are you outside?
No, it was just something loud. I don't even have the window open here. Listen to that.
I'm the one who's supposed to be making the noise, not you.
There's like someone drag racing out in my apartment
Typical. That's
complex.
typical South Florida.
Yeah.
Anyway, the coffee mug had a note, like it was like anonymous, and I didn't know who sent it, so I forgot about it. Well, today, this nice lady I work with, I know she's listening because she's a listener.
Uh huh.
She's the one who's always like, "Is there a new podcast out?" Because she's addicted. She's asked me 3 or 4 times in the last couple of days about how come I'm not talking about my fan mail. Well, it's going right over my head. I was like, lady, what are you talking about? I was like Christy, come on, like I don't know what you're talking about. But today she asked me again, but on the phone. This has been through text message. She's asked me. She asked me on the phone today, and I was like, "What do you mean?" I got bagels, I got a National Lampoons, and I got some cup that someone sent me anonymously with a middle finger. And she starts laughing. I go, "You son of a bitch. You sent me the cup." She's like, "I've been waiting for you to talk about it on the podcast." So here it is. I'm talking about it now because it's been over a week. I didn't know who sent me the cup.
Right.
Yeah, with a nice middle finger. When you drink it, when the person in front of you will see you're flicking them off.
Right. I said, but is that for like it right-handed or left-handed? Like one way it's flicking people off, the other it's like pointing downwards.
The other direction, right?
Yeah, you
got to suck my dick.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah. Either way, it's a win-win.
No, yes, you should make note of which one is which so that you can hold it by the right.
Hey,
right.
It's either fuck you or fuck me. Either way.
Oh. Yeah, I'm just, if you want to use it in the way it's intended to send a message, you need to know which message you're sending, which hand you got to hold it with.
If you were sitting across from me, I would hold it with the fuck you.
Right.
But if it was, a nice lady across, I would hold it the other way.
It's down here. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. I saw a mug. And I don't know if the mug came like this or if someone broke it and made it like this, but it's like a Vincent van Gogh mug where the handle is his ear, but then the handle's broken.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah. So I don't, but I didn't.
That's a brilliant
I
mug.
didn't, I like, it was like I glanced at it and I didn't realize if it, because the piece, it was like the piece was broken off, but it was in, like it came, like it was still in the picture.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't know if someone was clever and broke it or if this is how it comes. But either way.
It's gotta come like that.
Hey,
That's
you would think, otherwise why would you make the ear, the handle?
It's brilliant either way.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's pretty clever. Yeah.
So what do you got on your agenda today? Anything?
I got nothing. I've been
got nothing.
Dude, it's been a rough 2 days. Look,
I want to know what happened to you. I hear we got hit in the head. You got
okay.
finger missing.
Well, today is another story. Yesterday, work got all fucked up. We were an hour and 15 minutes north. My boss had to drive up there to see what the fuck was going on. It was a clusterfuck, and he's been mad at me and Jeff for 2 days now. I'm like on eggshells. I'm like, it's a job. If I had other options, I don't know, but I don't, so I gotta watch my P's and Q's here. So then today, we're working. We drive around all day. We go make these calls in and out of a truck. I hit my head going into the side van door that, for tools and stuff. I clobbered my head, because I saw stars. I had a headache for 2 hours. I'm pretty sure it was
concussed.
like maybe a little bit of a concussion right on the top of my head. And I say this because I have taken so many shots to that part of the head. When I worked in home theater installation for like 4 or 5 years, first of all, I would crawl through attics to run wires. And I would constantly hit my head on the beams, in those small spaces. Now, it would be a double whammy if you'd actually catch one of the nails from when they nail in the flaps on the tar or whatever, or the shingles or whatever you want to call them.
Right.
They nail them down. So some roofs have all these little nails sticking in when you're up there. You could catch one of those, but mostly I just hit my head on 2x4s. Also, when I used to work for the home theater thing, we used to have, this was like, I don't know, 8-10 years ago. So you remember the flat screen TVs were kind of new, and they were those like big thick plasmas but they were heavy. They were like fucking heavy. You'd get like a 60-inch TV was like 100 something pounds. So we would hang those on the walls, and then you wire everything up to in a cabinet underneath it. And the problem is that 9 times out of 10, when I'm down there under the TV, I would forget the TV was above me and come up really fast and just whack my head on this this 100 plus pound thing hanging on the wall. And the TV wouldn't move because it's so fucking heavy. But at one point I was feeling up there and I had like a nice like dent in my head. It's gone now, but at one point years ago I had like knocked a little dent in my head. So it's a little bit of like when you're a boxer and once they find your button, anytime you get hit in that spot, you're more compromised. I think every time I get hit on the top of my head, I'm just more susceptible to things because I've taken so many shots. So I hit my head on the top of the thing. I'm seeing stars for an hour. We're trying to get this work done, whatever. I just power through it because I try and power through all that shit. And then like an hour later, we're somewhere else, and I have to turn a handle on this thing, and it pinches the skin on the palm of my hand, and literally bites a chunk out of my hand. Like not, and when I say a chunk, it's not like, yeah, it's just a big chunk of skin. And of course, over the course of the day, I realized that that's like the spot on my hand where every tool rests. Every time I have to do anything, I have to put pressure there. And anytime it gets wet or this or the other thing, it's just stinging. And I'm like, oh my God. And then, of course, to like make the day complete, because, when it rains, it pours.
Right.
We go over in Fort Lauderdale. We go over like one of those intercoastal bridges where the drawbridge goes up and down for the bigger boats to get through. And I catch that fucking drawbridge coming, and then when we finish the job coming back, I catch the goddamn drawbridge again. So both times we had to sit there and wait for like.
I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad.
You're glad that I had a rough day?
Right, I'm so glad. I didn't even leave my house in 4 days, except for to go to Publix.
Yeah, you avoided a lot of the pitfalls of life. The problem was that like this was everything I listed was by like noon or noon 30. And I'm like, there's way too much time left in this day. So I kept like,
you gotta call it a day.
Yeah, you're kind of like looking up for the anvil to drop on your head again. So,
Right.
You're like, this
All
can't
right.
be it. I'm on a run here. I
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. The only thing I've done for 4 days is I didn't even shower today.
You should say I worked really hard because you don't know who's listening.
Right, this is true. I did work. I just worked from home. I had meetings the last 2 days, and then today I just worked from home because I wasn't feeling good. And I don't want to spread the vid. And
so
even
if you showered or didn't shower, it doesn't mean pants went on at all during the day.
So I'm going to be real with you. I woke up wearing pants and a shirt, and I just wore them from yesterday. I continued my day as if it was one whole day.
It sounds like you went to sleep when you didn't mean to go to sleep, slept for the night, and woke up in those clothes and just kept going, huh?
Here's the weird part. It's 6:50, 6:30 before you called me. I for some reason changed my clothes just now at 6:30, as if I was like getting dressed for the podcast, but that you can't see me on. But I was not dressed for the whole rest of the day.
I mean, were you feeling a little funky or something, or what was the deal there?
I just don't feel good. I don't feel good. So.
Well, I didn't know if if you've been wearing the same pants for 2 days, that maybe your balls were sticking to your leg now or something. I don't know.
No. I didn't say I changed my underwear. I said I changed my pants.
Right. Well, see, now here's a theory I have, and now stick with me, is that I feel like the underwear is not dirty until you've taken them off to put them back on.
Right.
Granted, if you go to the bathroom or something, they're coming down. But in general, it's like for example, you today, like having worn them yesterday, slept in them all night, and worn them all day today. I feel like they're not like in my working reality, my laws of physics, that they're not officially dirty till you've taken them off.
Yeah.
And then to put them back on is filthy. But if you don't take them off and you just wear them for 2 days straight, you're good.
I agree.
Okay, I knew there was a reason we podcasted so well together.
Right.
I got a million of those rules, but I can't remember them until something reminds me of them. And your dirty balls today reminded me of that one.
Hold on. Let's hold on one second. Nick, come here. Do you see what is that? No, I'm tripping. Yo, I'm tripping.
What are we? You leaving us hanging here? What's going on?
Okay, so I'm in my backyard. What is that? That's not fireflies. It's 30 degrees. Okay, I'm in my backyard. I got the woods.
You got the wood?
All the woods in the back. Oh my! What is going on?
I mean, Aren't fireflies
I can't even.
seasonal?
No, I can't even explain this. I have to go inside. I'm creeped out. Oh my god. Okay, so I have woods in my backyard. I've got to take a TikTok of this. There's woods in my backyard, and no, this is creepy. I called Nick out because I thought was I having like something was going wrong with me. The woods. I was looking at the woods talking to you for the first 20 minutes. Nothing. I don't see anything. I look over, and it looks like thousands of fireflies. Like, right, it's like blinking lights in the woods, but they're like Christmas looking like they're just blinking, but they're going off like in it's like I can't even explain it.
I'm picturing.
They're like twinkling, like dun, dun, like I don't even know how to. I'm trying to say it like in a music term. I don't even know why.
I'm picturing the Sasquatch wearing a Chris Jericho jacket walking through the woods.
Okay, but like in Christmas lights, they have them on like where they're like they're blinking, but they're like in different sections.
Yeah, like odd pattern, like an intermittent kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, the entire woods is doing that right now.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe you got some aliens in there or something.
But it appears that the trees have Christmas lights on them, or like you ever see one of those things that someone buys that they put in the ground and it projects onto the. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's like laser kind of things.
That's what's going on right now in the woods.
Well, maybe
but I'm talking the woods like it's not even. It's maybe 20 yards from my house.
Well, maybe someone's testing something out.
In the woods, there's nobody there.
You don't share the woods with anyone else? Those are your woods?
I mean, that part is, and now it's my neighbor too, but
I don't know.
Why would he put that in the woods?
I don't know. These are questions I can't answer from down here in Fort Lauderdale.
I'm gonna have to film a TikTok after because this is strange.
Okay. Well, you get a nice.
Oh, I think I know what it is. Nick, look at this. Come here. He has one in the front of his house. Do you think it's projecting to the back?
Oh,
look!
I'm glad we're
breaking news.
I'm glad we're figuring this out.
That's it, right there. It's in the front of his house, but it's projecting over his house. I don't know. There'll be a TikTok coming soon. Anyway,
yeah.
I do want to talk about something else.
Yeah, whatever you want, man.
We both had Chinese food on the same day.
Did we?
Oh, don't play with me with your did we.
I mean,
on Sunday.
It's been a long week. I don't remember what I had yesterday for lunch.
You don't remember because you got knocked unconscious.
That's true. It's probably true. I probably won't remember this podcast, although it hasn't been very memorable.
Well, I went. Okay, I just want to talk about. And you don't have to talk about your cheat day. We know you're fat. So Sunday.
Yeah, sure. I had Chinese food, but I'm just waiting to see where you're going with this.
I'm just going with this. Sunday.
Yeah.
I decided that I was going to eat bad. I woke up. I had 3 bagels to start the day. Not a bad start.
Yeah, it's a solid start.
I ordered Chinese food.
Uh-huh.
And we talked about last podcast, I think it was last one, the karma. This is my karma of your ordering the Chinese food, remember?
Right. Well, because we spoke about this on the other podcast.
With you and Marco.
Yeah, me and Marco were talking about that, how he was asking me where I ordered my food from. And I told him, and then he ordered, and then like an hour later, he's calling me going, I mean, how long does it usually take? I'm like, it could be, not always this long, but sometimes it could be an hour plus. And his was like, late. And
you have a free egg roll credit.
I did have from being one time they were like 2 hours late with it, and she reluctantly offered me the free egg roll, the in case of emergency break glass free egg roll offer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I kind of made funny a little bit. It was funny. We joked. We laughed. I ordered Chinese food Sunday, but I also ordered Nick some chicken tempura, and I ordered Lex sushi. And so Lex orders. She says, I'll take a spicy crunch roll. And I said, then we need a chicken tempura. And then I said, you know what? Give me 2 of what she had. Clearly, she ordered the spicy tuna roll. So I'm like, okay. She's like, $40. I'm like, $40?
You cheap.
So I said, what's $40? And she said, what you ordered. But she doesn't read it back to me, and I'm kind of like not really paying attention. And I was like, I guess. I mean, Nick's meal is like 17 or something. I don't know. I thought, in my head, I'm thinking this, and I'm like, 2 rolls, okay. I pay. I go get. Now that's at the sushi place. The Chinese place is next door, so I go get some sesame chicken, egg drop wonton soup, an egg roll, some fried rice. I go back. I get the other stuff, and we get home, and I go, did she give me all the right stuff? And we open it. This witch of a chick who hated her job gives me 2 chicken tempuras and 1 tuna roll. So that's what was the $40 something. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So the kid's like, you gotta call. I'm like, I'm not going back. And immediately I thought about you. I was like, do I call and get like a credit? Like, do I get my own credit, or like, how does this work? But they wanted me to come back and get it. I was like, I'm not coming back now. Like, I'm not getting back in my car. Like, I've got my food. I'm not doing that. So
yeah.
I ended up getting charged for 2 chicken tempuras. I got no sushi out of the deal, and I spent $40. I spent, but this is my karma for making fun of you.
It is, but you want to know that when I did get, like you said, I also got Chinese food, and I did cash in my free egg roll credit, but then I told you I didn't like really enjoy it, and kind of like made me feel sick by the end, and so I threw the egg roll out.
Oh my God! I hope they're listening to this.
The free egg roll got tossed. It did not get consumed, and so I don't know what that means. Other than the irony is that the free item I didn't even eat.
I hope you go in there next time, and she's like, no service.
No, I never go in there.
Oh, I hope you call.
I don't even know where they are.
No service, and you're like, what? She's like, you threw a free egg roll away. I listened to your podcast.
Hey,
I'm done.
Well, first of all, you shouldn't really do that. Accent.
Oh, come on. I did get told that they thought last podcast I was saying, somebody told me I was using too many descriptive words to describe people.
Black guy. I remember it a lot.
Yeah, but I also called the white guy a crackhead.
No,
so.
but you're in loss prevention. You describe people. You're supposed to describe. How else?
Right.
If you're on a walkie and the guy's outside and looking for the guy you're talking about, you have to describe him.
Right.
So you're just trained.
Well, on the other hand, this person's also called me Hitler. So I'm just saying, she knows who she is.
All right.
I'm apparently, because I'm so charismatic, I'm Hitler.
Yeah. You want to tell that story? That's
the story. Apparently, my charisma equals Hitler's charisma, so I'm Hitler.
You're as charismatic as Adolf Hitler.
All right.
Yeah.
CJ.
Yeah. Only
exactly.
A Canadian would feel safe.
Only a Canadian.
Only
right.
a Canadian.
Right.
So where I forgot. What was it? Oh, my point was that it's a free egg roll, which means I'm free to do what I want with it.
I don't know about that.
You think I'm more free to do what I want with it if I paid for it?
Yeah.
And don't you think I paid for it in my time and waiting and stress from the?
I don't think so.
I think that's All right.
Well, I do have something else I wanted to bring up.
Yeah, go ahead, because I got nothing.
I got 2 things. One.
Oh, perfect. That'll fill the time. Go ahead.
One. I know you give me constant shit because I use paper plates.
Yes, because you're like the richest hobo I've ever fucking seen.
Right. Okay. So I made a video last night. I used a paper plate, and someone commented they didn't notice anything in the video except for the paper plate.
That's all
paper plate, LOL. I'm like,
that's all I ever see is the goddamn paper plate. I have to make an effort to see what's on it.
Well, someone that we know, friend of the show, Miss Paula, sent me a picture of her breakfast this morning on a paper plate.
Oh, but was she the one that criticized your paper plate?
Oh, she's not. The person who criticized me, I don't know. They're not even following me.
Okay.
I just literally got criticized for using a paper plate.
Yeah, well,
so she sent me that, and I wrote back, me not even looking at the food. Well, at first, I said, I appreciate the paper plate usage. That's what I texted her back. And she said, I'm all about the paper plate usage. Regular plates only come out for special occasions.
Oh.
And I said, I'm bringing this up on the podcast tonight. And she said, there are plenty of trees. I don't give a fuck about saving any. So
Yeah.
I am not the only paper plate user here.
Well, that's great. I didn't say you were the only like savage animal on the fucking planet. I just did know that friends of ours also ate with their hands and fingers and wipe their mouth with their shirt and whatever else comes hand in hand with using paper plates.
That's the most ridiculous thing.
Drinking straight out of the milk carton. What else? What other hillbilly fucking activities do you people do?
The funny part is, so I sent her that, and her picture was an egg, like a omelet, but it was like and two like little pieces of ham. So my next thing to her is that's cool. What are you feeding a 3-year-old? It was like I was like, I said, where's the rest of the food? Because it was like there was nothing there. I was like, come on, like if you're going to be a friend of the club here, you got to eat a little bit more.
Yeah.
But so I'm just saying, I'm not the only one who uses paper. There is paper plate appreciation out there.
I'm sure. I mean, someone must buy all the fucking paper plates that I see at the grocery store every time I walk down that aisle.
And here is the icing on the cake.
I didn't think these were all for cookouts.
Well, this will take my cheap. I don't even want to say Jewish because I'm not Jewish.
You're an honorary Jew.
This will take my cheap honorary Jew to the next level. Like I don't know if you're ready for this.
As a credentialed Jew with my bar mitzvah and everything, I'm putting you in the club. Just based off your cheapness alone, you are a Jew.
Okay, so you ready for this?
Yes.
The last 2 days.
Yeah.
I have started my day off with a paper plate with an egg, a little breakfast burrito, and I have used the same plate throughout the entire day.
Dirty ass.
I threw it away at night,
like
and the next day I started over to use a new plate.
This is the underwear theory, all full circle right here.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what, between shitting myself, not taking a shower, and saving plates, nobody's going to date me ever. I'm totally undateable.
I feel like you're the guy that grabs like an extra, like one of those packs of silverware with a napkin and the little salt and pepper in it, and bring it home and use all of it at some other point.
I mean, it's happened.
But you'll use a regular cup, or do you got like throwaway Dixie cups or Solo cups or something?
No, we use real cups here. Yeah,
well, good to see you draw the line somewhere. Like every time you go to McDonald's through the drive-thru and get what's her face or chicken nuggets, do you save the 2 extra napkins for the next time you're eating?
No, I put them in my glove compartment for when you got to blow your nose.
Yeah, well that's fair. That's fair. We do have.
Listen,
we do have.
Okay, you caught me though, because I'm not even gonna lie. On the counter right now is 2 napkins from like 3 days ago, and then like 3 more napkins from today that I saved. Oh, and there's a whole nother batch from she got Taco Bell tonight, Lex, and we saved those too. Yes, we do save the napkins.
I mean, we save napkins in our truck when we're working. Because we had a lot.
I save them at home too. I put them next to the paper plates in the pantry.
Well, I was going to say I also and again, this is me. Instead of keeping a bottle of hot sauce in the truck, because a lot of foods require hot sauce,
right,
and not all these places have it. I do when I go to Wawa grab a fistful of the hot sauce packets every time I'm there, throw them in my pocket, and we have a. It must be like a 1-gallon Tupperware container that's just full of hot sauce containers. So,
and you're making fun of me?
Well, yeah, because that's in the truck. That's not in my home. When I'm home, I take a plate out, I fucking put food on it, I eat, and then I rinse it off and put it in the dishwasher like a human being that pays rent and has responsibilities in life.
Wow, whatever. Anyway, the hell with you.
As long as you're not washing off your plastic utensils and reusing them.
Oh, no, I don't do that. No, that's something my dad would do.
Oh, my God. Oh, because this is where you learned it. The fucking turkey marauder.
Yeah, probably, yeah. So I got one more story.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell another loss prevention story because I feel like they're good stories.
Well, I mean, they have been so far. Uh, we're
And I don't
like
think I've told this one
we're like
to. I don't think
4 for 4 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think I've told this one. So I've got two from the same location
Oh boy.
that I'll never forget. I may have told them before, but I don't know. Maybe just to you or I don't know. So I used to cover South Florida when I was with Bealls Outlet. So this was after Steinmart. I went to Bealls Outlet,
Is that how it's
and
pronounced? Bells?
yeah, not Beals,
Yeah, I read
Bealls.
it as Beals every time I see it.
Yeah, one of those guys.
Yeah.
Probably call it Target.
No, no, I'm not that fancy.
So I covered a store that was on Davie. You live off Davie Boulevard, right?
Davy Road.
Davie Road. I covered Davie Boulevard, Sistrunk Avenue in Fort
Ah,
Lauderdale.
out in the hood.
That's the hood,
Right.
right? So one of my worst stores. So I covered that store, and I had two incidents there. I was thinking about it this week after we talked about the last one. I was like, these are good stories. The first incident, I was working with another girl, and we saw this guy steal some whole bunch of cologne. So we go to stop him, and he takes off running. So we take off after him. Well, he runs into the projects across the street. It was like a apartment building, but they were like the projects. So we're going, and we get to the street, and he runs into the apartment, and he whistles. Next thing I know, every door opened, and everyone was just staring at us. I was like, "Oh shit!" And I looked at her, she looked at me, and everybody like came out of their apartments and like, "Yo, you guys better turn around." I never ran so fast the other direction in my life because I figured,
He gave the old hootie
yeah,
hoo.
right,
Yeah.
and we were gone. That was the first one. The second one is even better. This is a good story. Watching this girl, she's got two little boys with her, maybe 3 years old each, twins, dressed the same and all, and she's stealing. I'm like, all right, so I'm with my boss, and this just made the story better. Do you remember who used to work with me?
Who used to work with you? How long ago was this?
Jugs, Jonathan Rivera used to work
Really?
with me.
Okay.
Okay, Jordan Rayner. He's just to give everybody an idea. He's what 6 foot what?
6'6"?
Right, easily 6'6", good 350, right, 350 pounds.
Back then probably.
Right. So he worked with me. I got him a job for a little bit. So we were training him that day. And it was me, him, and my boss. And my boss at Bealls was the same boss I had at Steinmart. So we're watching on the camera, and I go, man, she's just loading up her purse. And I was like, she's got these two little kids with her. So what are you doing over there? You beating the meat?
No. There's something.
You're in the bathroom.
No. No, I'm in the
Oh.
I'm in my desk chair here.
Anyway, you're moving. Stop moving.
Okay. My leg was bouncing.
I heard it.
Oh Jesus. You're
Anyway.
trying to flip it on me because I call you out every time there's noise.
Oh, you're
I know
on
what
for
you're
two
doing.
today.
I know what you're doing.
You're doing. Let me tell you, side story here. I was talking to CJ on the phone the other night. I went to go get something out of the fridge. She's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "What's all that noise?" I was like, "Between you and Ben, I can't even get it. I can't do anything."
Yeah, it's always a ruckus with you.
She's like, "He's right." I'm like, "No, he's not right."
See, I like
Anyway.
time and time again.
Yeah.
The people say that he's right. I just want to remind you that
No,
that's
ridiculous.
what's going on. All right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so I watch this lady. She's loading up. She's got the two little kids with her. So I go outside. Me and 6'5" Jonathan Rivera, Jordan Rayner, or whatever you want to call him. My
Jugs.
boss is old, right? And my boss at the time was injured, so he had a little limp to him. He had injured his leg. So I go outside to stop this girl. I am in dress pants, dress shoes, polo shirt, tucked in, looking like, fabulous. I go to stop her, and in my mind, this is going to be easy. She's got two little boys with her. We're going to be an easy one. She kicks off her flip-flops, lets go of the kid's hands, and takes off running.
She just leaves the kids.
Leaves the two little 3-year-old boys in the parking lot.
Amazing.
And takes off running through the parking lot. So I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. So I think in my head, 6'5" Jordan Rayner is not chasing this woman.
No.
I tell him, grab the kids. These two little kids were so petrified that that the green giant was grabbing their hands.
Like
We're in the middle of the road.
there's these tiny kids. He must look like Andre
Right.
the Giant to them.
Right. He's easily 6'6".
Yeah.
So he grabs him. My boss comes limping out, and he tells me, "Go!" And now I start running. I was fast back in the day. You're talking 10 years ago. So I was fast. I take off running. She's got easily 50-yard head start on me.
Right.
So I'm running thinking, where am I running to? She's got to come back and get the kids. Like,
Maybe.
right? Like,
Maybe they just know their
right.
way back eventually.
So I'm running, and I'm closing the gap, right? She's skinny little black girl. I'm running. There's a reason I say black girl. You'll hear in a second. I'm running. We're like 3-4 blocks now. I'm still chasing her. And now, we're in the hood. Like, this is the hood. White dude chasing black woman in the hood. This is just a bad situation. So we're across the street. We're like 4 or 5 blocks over now at this point, and she's still running. But I'm like, there's a couple times my fingertips are touching her shirt, but I can't close the gap anymore. Like, I can feel it, but I'm like, right, do I dive? I don't even know what's going on. But I'm not giving up at this point. Well, she runs behind a building that has a fence, and it was like a company, and I pass that building every day. So in my head, I stopped running. I go, she ran into the fence. There's only 2 ways you can go. The other side of the fence or back this way. I said, let me take a chance and go. She's probably still running. I went around the front of the building, and I just hid behind the wall and looked, and sure enough, she saw me stop running, so she stops running. Now she's walking, but looking behind her. I'm like, oh, you fucking bitch. I run full speed at her. She turns around. She can't even react. I just clotheslined her. Just straight, I straight gave her a lariat out of nowhere. And she hits the ground. And I can't breathe. At this point, I am like,
like a stiff Stan Hansen.
Oh, I drilled her, right? We had handcuffs at that job. So I handcuffed her, and I was like, I could not breathe. So I get her up, and she's like, not even huffing and puffing. I'm like, I don't understand. So I
good
threw her on the
cardio.
wall, right? And I was like, literally had my hands on I had to sit down. I had to literally sit down on the ground. So I made her sit down with me, and I was like, you gotta give me a minute. I can't breathe. And I will never forget. She turns to me and goes, "Damn, you fast for a white boy." And I said, listen. The minute you made me start running, I was not giving up till I caught you.
Right.
She goes, you were so close to me, Taz. I felt your fingertips on my shirt. I said, yeah, I didn't know if I should. We're at this whole I go, I don't know if I should dive or what. And she goes, how'd you know I was going to come out the other side? I go, I drive past this building every day. There's only one way out. I said, she goes, I thought you gave up. I said, what? No. I go, and she goes, I said, I didn't mean to hit you so hard. And she said, "Oh, I deserved it." I clocked her.
It's like you guys just had like a tennis match, and now you're like, good game, you know? It's like
right.
Like
but she was not even breathing heavy. When I tell you I couldn't breathe, I could not walk back to the store.
like I feel like she respected this victory that you had and that you deserved.
She did.
Yeah, it's like that's pretty fucking funny.
No, she did. She was very impressed with my ability.
Yeah.
And I was like, you gotta give me a minute. She's like, oh, take your time. And I said, right, no, this is how we're sitting on the floor. She's handcuffed, and I'm just sitting next to her, holding her arm so she doesn't run anywhere. That's what was happening. So I said to her, I go, you left your kids. What was the thought process there? She said, I honest to God didn't even think. She goes, she kicked her sandals off. She was running barefoot in the road. And she goes, I kicked my sandals. I just took off. She goes, I don't even know what I thought. And I said, you understand now, this is going to be this is a big issue now. You've created a huge issue. You would have come inside with me. This would have been, probably would have just gotten our stuff back and sent you on your way. And,
but now you made me run.
Right. I said, now, we're next level. And she understood. So I said, well, now we got a 5 walk back. I got to walk 5 blocks, a white guy with a black woman.
Handcuffed.
So and she was super cool.
Whoa,
Well, we get up to
whoa,
start
whoa,
walking,
whoa,
and
whoa, 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 whoa.
the Mexicans
Whoa,
have all
hey,
these cop cars there.
hey. What
So
are
I
you?
went inside with a handcuffed woman. Like, I don't know what I was thinking, right?
I don't- did.
Are you still there?
Yeah, you got all echoey. Did you lose your Bluetooth or something?
Oh, I did. Hello?
You son of a bitch! It sounded like you went in the toilet for a shit ski, and you were trying to be sneaky about it.
No, my headphones got.
Oh,
All right. So anyway, I
oh,
said it's not. I don't know what part you heard last, but I said I got to walk back 5 blocks with her now. But she's handcuffed. We're not in a good neighborhood. Like
right.
the white guy with the black woman handcuffed, walking her 5 blocks across the street. Red flag. So
It's probably safer than the other way around. Like
uh
if you were a listen, I don't want to get too much into the race stuff, but if you were a black guy with a handcuffed white woman, you'd
oh
have probably
well
been
in
shot
that
on sight.
neighborhood,
Yeah,
I don't know. It was. I mean, there wasn't many white people in the neighborhood.
yeah.
So
That would be
Sistrunk Avenue.
that would be the 5 seconds when 50 drives by and sees
Well,
that.
so I see the Mexican restaurant has all these cop cars at it. So I'm like, okay, let me like I need an escort or something, Like I can't do this. But so I go in there and I go, hey guys, I work for Bealls down the road and I just chased this shoplifter and they're all eating. And like I'm standing there, it was like the most awkward thing. And I go, I don't want to walk back, like I just don't feel comfortable, walking back. And they all looked at me and they're like, well, what do you want us to do? I'm like, what? I said, can like somebody assist me? And the guy's like, I mean, I'll call somebody, but we're on lunch, dude. Like,
that's
okay.
that's great.
So he's like, you'll be fine, just walk, And I'm like, I gotta walk all the way. I'm getting dog food. Just shut up. I said, okay. So I walk back with her. Thank God nothing happens. And officer meets me at the store, and they're like, what happened? I said, well, she left her kids. And he's like, why would you leave your kids? She's like, oh, I don't know. I wasn't thinking. Like I just took off running, and wasn't thinking or whatever. So they charged her with child endangerment.
Wow.
I mean, it is.
I mean,
Really?
yeah, especially leaving them with jugs.
Right. He couldn't take care of his own kids for Christ's sake.
Oh my God.
So the cops, they go take her, and they're like, usually they're nice about it. They're like, hey, is there someone we can call? Well, she gives them the baby daddy's phone number. Next thing I know, he shows up to the store. He's ready to fight, like everybody.
Oh, I thought you were
Like he wants to fight.
I was hoping you were going to say it was the guy with the whistle from the other story.
No. This was he wanted to fight. Like he wanted to fight.
Yeah.
Like it was about to go down, and the cops had to like calm him down. They're like, look, you want to go to jail too? And he was like going crazy because she got caught stealing. Yeah. Crazy.
That's so funny. Like, I'm just like picturing you chasing after these people. It just makes me laugh.
Right.
And I did it when you were talking about chasing this woman like 5 blocks or whatever it was. I didn't picture you that close until you said that you were like within fingertips reach. And then like it's almost like when you're watching a video game and you change your perspective. Like when you're in a driving game and you're in the car, or you zoom out and you're watching from a distance. Immediately, I went from watching you chasing her like half a block distance between you to you being right on her. Very
no, but like
yeah.
I'm telling you, fingertips were touching the shirt.
Well, she said she felt you. She felt you on her back the whole time.
Yeah,
that's impressive, especially since she had a head start. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What's with that dog?
Well, listen, I was fast back in the day. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I don't know what the dog wants. I was fast back in the day. That's number one.
Yeah.
And number two, I don't know if kicking her shoes off deterred her from. Well, she had sandals on.
Well, that's the thing. If they were able to be kicked off, then it was better barefoot. She was going to be faster barefoot, for sure.
Right, because the sandals, and it's so funny because these are moments that are stuck in my head. They were neon green sandals, but I will never forget it because when I tell you she kicked them, she literally, like Matt Riddle, kicked her sandals off and just took off running. And I was like frozen. I was like, what do I do? And I'm in dress clothes and dress shoes. But she took off like a bat out of hell. And they were like the thin, like ones that like they give you if you're like going to get your nails done, like pedicure. Yeah. Like she didn't even buy them. That's
like the ones you would wear to like a communal shower or something like that.
Right. Yeah. Like honest to God, she may have gotten them from there. I don't even know.
Yeah.
But they were neon green, and she just kicked them and took off like a bat out of hell. But yeah, I had that, and I don't know if I told this story. Talking about running again. This one's even funnier. Did I ever tell you a story when I pulled my hamstring?
It doesn't sound familiar.
So, Boynton Beach, Florida, you're going to die laughing.
I would just assume you would pull it often because it's not like you're stretching and doing warm-ups before you're
not warmed up. Right. Yeah. You're not warmed up. So, Boynton Beach, Florida. By the way, I'm out here walking the dog. Those lights are not there anymore. They're gone.
Oh.
Somebody's fucking with me.
TikTok suffers.
Right. Boynton Beach, Florida. I am working with another girl, and this guy, actually, no, I was with my boss, and this guy is in scrubs, right? Full-on scrubs, and he's stuffing the stuff in his scrubs. Now, I realize the scrubs were probably, as it's happening, I'm going, okay, like, there must be some sort of lining in there, and he's stuffing them in, but he's wearing scrubs, right? And he's a tall black dude. And
here we go.
No, there's a reason for this too. So he goes. I go outside to stop him, and he takes off running. So my boss is like, "Go!" And I'm in dress clothes again, and he's like, "Go get him, and I'll call the police." I ran about maybe 20 yards, maybe 15 yards, and he like jumped over there's like a little curb between parking spots. But when I jumped over it, I landed, and I felt and heard my hamstring go pop.
Oh my
God!
And
I went down like I got shot. It looked like, to my boss who was in the distance, it looked like I got shot because I went down. Like,
right.
Like
immediately
that happens, bro. You can't, right? Like I'm down, and I can feel it black and blue already swelling. And I'm like crying in pain, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm down!" And he's like, "Get up!" I'm like, "Get up! I can't chase him!" Like, so I get up, and I'm limping, but I'm doing like the limp. My one leg's not moving. I'm actually doing it right now. Like you can see me demonstrating it.
Right.
And I'm limping because it's on fire, like on fire, and I'm like in tears because the pain is so bad. I've got the one leg like I got a pirate leg, and I'm kind of running, but not. And he's still standing on the curb, and I'm like, and so I see the guy is running across the street. So as I'm running, a cop pulls through, and he goes, "Hey man, I I'm injured." And he goes, "What's going on?" I go, "That guy, he stole from Bealls. Like I'm chasing him, but I pulled a hamstring." And he's like, "I got this." So he goes, "Meet me over there." And I'm thinking, meet you over? It'll take me 40 minutes to walk over there. So he wouldn't give me a ride. So he takes off, and like I eventually get over there.
So this leg
is
just useless. Like you're doing the step drag kind of thing. Like you're.
When I tell you the leg wasn't moving, it was like stiff because I couldn't bend it. It was totally, the hamstring was popped. It was done.
It sounds like someone we know. Anyway.
Jesus. God. Anyway, I get over there to the thing, and he caught him at the YMCA. But not only did he catch him outside the YMCA, he's got him down on the ground, handcuffed, face down, in front of the child care window. And all the little kids are lined up at the window watching the police officer arrest this man in scrubs.
That's fantastic.
Like lined up, all the kids, and the teachers are watching, but I'm talking like the guy's laying down at the edge of the window base. Like that's how close it was. So he gets him, handcuffs him, they bring him back to the store, and he makes me limp all the way back. So I'm limping all the way back, and I get back to the store, and the officer's like talking to the guy, and the guy won't speak. He's not saying a word.
Right.
And they're like, "What's your name? And he's just not saying anything. So they search him and find a voodoo doll on him.
Oh my God. Is there a pin?
That's probably why I popped my hamstring.
I was gonna ask, was there a pin in the leg?
There wasn't, but I don't know. Maybe he said something when he was running like boomba boobla boobla, and I like popped the hamstring.
Oh, now you've gone too far.
No, he didn't speak English. He was Haitian. And they ask him what this is, and he literally goes to the cop. He's not speaking. He's not saying anything. No ID, nothing. And the cop's like, I'm going to take you to jail. And he's just like, whatever. Like, he's just shrugging his shoulders. And they find the voodoo doll, and the cop goes, what's this? And all of a sudden, now he speaks English. And he says, tells the cop that he's going to do black magic on him. And the voodoo and this and that. And the cop goes, you think you're the first motherfucker to tell me that? I'm still alive, bitch. He's like, I don't believe your voodoo mumbo jumbo bullshit. And yeah, and they take him to jail. But my hamstring was black and blue. Like literally, you say, oh, I popped a hamstring. Oh no, I popped it. It was black and blue. I couldn't walk for months. I was injured.
But did you have to get like surgery or anything, or did it just kind of heal?
No, to this day. To December 10th, 2020, it's messed up. It never healed.
Really?
I've popped it in matches, like, over the last, 10 years. I've popped it wrestling in matches, or if I ran a certain way.
It's like my head. It's like my head. You just know. Now you re-injure it all the time. Yeah. It's your weak spot now.
Right, and I have to run a certain way, and I can't run fast, because if I do, it pops again. I feel it starting to. I have to, whoa, it's too fast. Gotta slow down a little bit.
It's like Flair doing the back bump sideways because he broke his back that one time.
Right.
Now you have to run differently. So
it's so bad to this day.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
You keep telling me about how you're always dressed nice when you have to chase these people down, and I'm thinking, has there ever been a day where you showed up like in like track pants and sneakers and just gone, I feel like there's going to be a chase today, and just constantly stretching and staying warmed up, jogging in place?
I mean, one would think that's what you would do, but no, not this guy. I mean, you go from chair to chasing someone in 3 seconds. Yeah. Right.
Just like you never had that feeling like today's the day I'm going to have to run a marathon,
No.
And then you show up like prepared for it.
Because you don't want to do that,
No, of course you don't want to. But, at the same time, when you're dressing nice and wearing like nice shoes and slacks and belts and things like that, you're not thinking to yourself, today I'm going to be chasing someone. You're like,
no.
You're like, so I thought maybe some morning you get the feeling like today I'm going to have to do cardio and just like at least wear sneakers or something.
No. Like, And the best part is, like you can remember situation. Like I can tell you what I was wearing because that day my boss after was like, oh, you all right? I was like, no, I like popped my hamstring. And he was like, he had a popped hamstring too for a while because he's same thing. Like if he had he was older, he was like 50. But I would tell him, like, I told him that day, I said, like, you got me wearing dress shoes. Like, this is dangerous. Like, I could slip. Anything could happen, right? If they had a gun or like, I mean, I had mace pulled on me. I had a needle pulled on me once in Orlando. Like a guy literally, I went to go stop him, and he's like, I got a needle. I was like, what? And he took a needle out of his bag, and he's like, I'm gonna stab you with this. And I was like, no, you're not. I was like, he's like, if you come close to me and try to stop me, I'm gonna stab you with this needle. And there was something in it, and I ended up talking him down. He put the bag down with the needle in it, and then I fucked him up. Did you just fart?
No,
that was a fart.
It wasn't a fart.
Oh. But now it's 3 noises with you today.
I don't know what you're hearing. You must be hearing stuff going on in your house.
No, there's nothing going on here. But, yeah. Anyway, I've had needles pulled on me. I had mace pulled on me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
you don't know.
It's a life of excitement. At least they pay relatively well for it.
Right. Next week I'll tell you about the stop sign incident. We'll leave a little bit desired. There was a stop sign incident that I've never seen this in my entire life, and I cannot believe that happened. So
And now
stay tuned.
I'm going to, without you saying anything, I'm going to predict that this is either someone ran right into a stop sign and knocked themselves out cold, or the other one's too much comedy, like that they were running and they got the stop sign and stopped and looked both ways and then continued to run. But
It's neither.
okay,
The story is so unbelievable, but I witnessed it with my own eyes. You're gonna go, wait, what? Like, because one would think someone ran into a stop sign. Oh no, no,
no,
no,
no, no,
no,
no. Okay,
no,
good.
no. This story has two parts to it because there was more than a stop sign involved. So,
Right. Okay.
yeah,
Well, I'm looking
yeah.
forward to it because it
Good
wasn't
stuff.
either of my
No,
scenarios.
no. So stay tuned for the stop sign story next week.
Oh my god. All right.
Yeah. Well,
Any other business you got to take care of?
no. I just, I'm deciding well, I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
I'm deciding do I want to order a pizza or not.
I think. Listen, you don't feel good. You should just take.
I don't.
Treat
Food
yourself.
makes me comforting.
Right.
I don't have a woman to coddle me. I need food.
When you I was gonna bring up a conversation on the thing, and then we just.
Oh, Lord.
But
I don't even know where you're going. So
you and Blake.
let's end this.
You and Blake about 3 hours.
Oh,
ago.
today?
Yeah. I was going to say that I just want to let people know that we've been talking, and that you're really excited about all the mugs you've been getting, and your collection's growing, and you can't wait to have to clear out a third cabinet.
I'm already on.
So-
The second one's full.
So keep sending him mugs so that we can turn his house into like the Guinness Book of World Records for
For mugs.
Mugs.
I haven't gotten any in a while.
yeah. Well, the holidays are coming, so just check your mailbox.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just trying to encourage people to inundate you with mugs.
Here we go. With
Yeah.
Mugs. Mugs or bagels. I mean, I'd gladly take a bagel. If you can figure out a way how to ship pizza from Chicago here, just do it. We're good.
Yeah, you can. If you can get lasagna, of course you can get a pizza.
True.
All right.
True. All right, I got to figure out. But do I really want to order a pizza or not?
Yeah, you're gonna do it.
Yeah, I think I am.
I think you will. All right, you fat fuck. I'll talk to you later.
You know what?
What?
I got a frozen pizza from the guy who sent me frozen pizzas from New York to test out. Boom.
There you go. Problem
Talk
solved.
on that. Goodbye.
Bye.